All right, we're going to learn some resistance, support, and 50% retracements. That's what we're going to learn. Simple trading. So simple, a child can do it, okay? So simple, a child can do it. And the only thing we're going to be using is resistance, support, and 50% retracements. All right, that's simple. Here we go. Let's just draw a chart because we are a low cost production, okay? This is low cost production, and this is what you're going to get. If you want it, this is what you're going to get, but it's simple. And this is financial education, not financial advice. Financial education, not financial advice. Here we go. Let's draw some chart. Now, looking back, we're going to say this is a 2-year chart. We're just going to, if you have any kind of imagination, use your imagination and say this is a 2-year chart. And all the action back here from 5 years ago, okay? So we're going to call this resistance right here because that's what the chart's reading from further back in time. So we're going to run it up to some resistance, come back 50% retracement, run it up back to resistance, 50% retracement, and let's just say it continues falling down here back down to support, 50% retracement, and what are we going to do at that point? All right, here we go. What are we going to do? Okay, this is our original buy right here. Let's just, for simple education, let's say 100 shares. Runs up 50%, which, according to the charts, further back in time, this is our 50% level right here, okay? So, again, further back in time, we know this is resistance right here. Support, let me write that down. Support, resistance. Okay. All right. We're going to set us a target. This is our target right here. We're not looking for the very tip top. Never look for the very tip top. Sometimes you'll get lucky and hit the top. Sometimes you get lucky and hit the bottom. So here we go. And now this will work in any time frame, but I am a long-term investor. I'm not no day trader, none of that crap. But this will work in lower time frames. But I'm not a financial advisor, and you know, you do your own due diligence and learn and practice on your own. So here we go. Original buy 100 shares, runs up 50% right in here, and we continue higher. So we're holding. We come up through our target zone. We're not doing anything right now, but it does come up into our target zone, and we begin selling off shares right here. We want to sell off 75% of our shares in our target zone, no matter whether it goes up, down. In our target zone, we want to get rid of 75% of our shares and hold 25%. So we break our target zone and we still have 25% of our shares. Hopefully, it'll continue higher and go back up and make some fresh new support up in this area. But in this case, it fell back down and it comes back down into our target zone, and we release the other 25% of our shares right there. We just release them and wait for another opportunity. So a few months down the road comes along and boom, here we are at our 50% retracement. 50% retracement is, you know, a lot of times it'll reverse and go back up. I mean, you can look at charts for forever and see for yourself. And a lot of times it'll go back down too. So here we go, 50% retracement. What I do, my strategy, I buy back in for a quarter, so I'm in for 25 shares right here. I set me a new target price right up here. As soon as it comes up here, I release 75% of my 25 shares, and it continues higher. That's cool. Hopefully we're looking for a breakout and we'll have some shares left over to capitalize on that. But if it does happen to fall back into our target zone, we release the rest of the shares and wait for a new opportunity, whether it's this stock or another stock. So it comes back down, 50% retracement. I'm back in for a quarter right here, 25 shares. 25 shares right there, I'm back in. Comes down here to support. This is our support level right here. So now, what do? Do you only buy in for 75 shares? If that's what makes you feel comfortable. What I do, I buy in for a full buy right there. That's what I do. And then we just wait. 50%. There's things that we can do here, but we're not going to learn that in this episode. We're going to just stop right there and keep it simple. Just keep it simple. We We buy at support. There's things that you can do at the 50% level on the way back up too, but we're going to focus on 50% level coming back down. So we buy at support, run it up to resistance, set us a target just below the tip top. You're not looking for the very tip top. We don't care about the tip top. I don't care about the tip top. You might, but I don't. I'm not. So I set me a target just below the tip top, and like I said, I sell 75% of my stake as I'm entering, and it just depends on what's going on, the price action, and all that stuff. I will get off 75% in my target zone, run it on up. Hopefully it breaks out, and I'll still have 25% left over. If it comes back down into my target zone, I release the shares and wait for another opportunity. 50% retracement, I'm in for a quarter, 25 shares. Run it back up to resistance, set a new target, probably pretty close to the same target I had back in these days on this chart. Sell 75%. If it comes back down, and I'm not even going to be holding the whole 100 shares up at the top of this resistance. As it's entering my target zone, I begin releasing shares up to 75%. If it breaks through my target zone, I'm gonna have 25% of my shares left over. As soon as it starts entering back into my target zone, I'm releasing at the top of my target zone. 50% retracement, I'm in for 25% of my full buy-in. Whether it's 100 shares, 1,000 shares, however many shares it is, I'm in for 1/4, 25%. If it comes back down to resistance, if it comes back down to support, even though I'm in for a quarter here, I'm still a full buy right here. And like I said, later in life, I'll teach you some things that what could be done at this point right here. But for now, it's just that simple, guys. So simple a child can do it. You can show a child a chart, and ask them, where would you like to buy, where would you like to sell? And they could point the very bottom and the very top. And the only thing we're adding is 50% retracements. That's it. It's that simple. Trading can be so simple. You don't have your 200, your 10, your 9M, your 20, your Fibonacci. You don't have. It's too much. It's too much. I don't want to have to sit there and worry about all my money. I don't want to have. That's just too much for me. And like I said, for me, that's too much. I just want to keep it simple, and it don't get much more simpler than this, in my opinion. Trading's very easy, but yet it's very hard. All right, thanks, guys. That's episode 1. I will get better at teaching. I will get better at teaching. I'm a performer, not a teacher yet, but I'm becoming one. Thank you.